I think that my whole thing is just, I've had like my fitness pal and calorie tracker, and it just seems like a lot, man. Like I've seen you like weigh your food before. It just seems like a lot. And it's just like, for example, you go to the restaurant I went to on Friday. So I had like a small thing, like very small thing of like Brussels sprouts or whatnot, and it had like a little glaze on it, like a little sweet glaze on it. And then you have the oyster mushrooms, and then you have the grits, and then you have the waffle. And it's just like, I'm at this restaurant. How am I supposed to know how many ounces is in it? How am I supposed to know how many calories it is? How many, what I mean? It's just like a lot to track it. Like that could have been like 1,000,000 calories. You know what I mean? And I have no way of like knowing. It's like, okay, well, do you have to like subconsciously put in your brain like, okay, well, this was a lot of food. I probably should not eat for the rest of the day. Like, is that like, should that be
that's a real concern. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, I feel you. So the good thing is like, I've been through like all those experiences and just come up with like strategies that you can use for it. And there's a few different solutions for it. I actually did a video on this specific topic. But the thing is, when you start tracking your calories, what happens is it's not so much about just the act of tracking. You also gain the ability to eyeball, and you also gain the ability to know how much certain measurements of food, how many calories are in that food. So for example, random one, 50 grams of avocado. I know when I see the number, when I see what 50 grams of avocado look like, I automatically know that's 80 calories. So I'm able to like pinpoint that. I know like 14 grams of walnuts, that's 120 calories. You learn these little things like automatically by just doing that routine habit of tracking, and you get good with knowing what certain portion sizes look like. So when you go out and you have that, the oyster mushrooms or whatever, you already know oyster mushrooms are really low in calories. They're super low in calories. So you can have a lot of that.
What if they're fried?
Fried adds more calories for sure, because oil adds a lot of calories. But the thing is, you learn strategies on how to deal with those going out situations. So a good one just to keep in mind is when I know when it's the weekend, when it's Friday, Saturday, or whatever, and I know I'm going out for dinner, a few of the things I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fast the majority of the day, just to save the boatload of those calories for my dinner. So I have like coffee in the morning. I'll probably, if I feel myself getting hungry, I have some fruit. And usually the fruit that I have is like melons, because they're super high in volume. You can eat a whole bunch of them for like really minimum calories. So I have like 200 calories worth of watermelon or honeydew melon, which is like the equivalent to like 600 grams of melon, which is a lot of melon. So I have that'll keep me full for a long period of time. Plus I'll be busy as well. I'll be working or whatever. So when it comes time for that dinner, I'm not worried about the calories because I know I got 2,000 calories to work with. You know what I mean? So that kind of eases your mind, because I automatically assume, okay, whatever I'm about to have, it's going to at least be 1,000 to 1,500 calories. And then another strategy that you can do as well is you can pinpoint the items that you're going to get, the ones that you know you're going to get. And if you just want to just track it just because you're getting good with it, you want to stay on point, I'll find something that's similar in my fitness pal. So if I know I'm having a vegan burger, I'll go to my fitness pal and I'll type in vegan burgers and see like what the average calories are. And I'll pick the highest one. And that way I know for a fact that, okay, well, this burger is probably not going to be more than 700 calories. So that's 700 calories right here. Whatever else I have on the side of it, some fries, I'll type in my fitness pal, because they have a huge database with millions of options.
Really? I didn't know that.
They have a huge database. You can find pretty much everything, because people use it on a daily basis, and people are constantly like updating it. So I'll find some fries, vegan fries or whatever, and I'll pick the highest one. So that way I know, okay, well, this dinner on the low end was, 1,500 calories. So I already planned that in ahead of time. And plus on top of that, like the main thing is, as you're dieting, you want to just stay on track for the majority of the part, but you don't want to restrict yourself so much. So if you plan on going out, like I said, just planning ahead and implementing strategies like that. There's some other ones I can give you as well, but just planning ahead so that way in your headspace, you're not freaking out. You know what I mean? You're not like, oh man, like you doing all this stuff, like they added oil and its calories are adding up, because that happens. That's a real thing. I used to do it, So just coming up with different strategies that like can help you stay sane and stay on point with your diet, and also not feel like you're, depriving yourself of those experiences that you want to have when you're going out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just little strategies like that. There's strategies for everything, man. I don't been through every situation. You know what I mean?
How long is your
So
program?
it just depends on like your specific goal, like how long, like however long it takes you to get to your end goal. So it's month to month. It's basically just like go as you want. It's not like a long-term contract or anything like that. Some people are on it for like 2 months. Some people stay for years. I have some clients that they just enjoy the coaching. They enjoy the consistent videos. I got like a private Facebook group and such, so I do like lives and talks and like this type of stuff. We do like Zoom calls where we just talking and they tell me about certain things they're going through, give them strategies and things like that. The updated meal plans. They just enjoy that type of stuff. You know what I mean? It just makes it easy. So I didn't mean to go on that long tangent, but I just wanted to like I know that feeling. I can tell by the way you're expressing it, like that's a real thing that you're probably dealing with like going out to eat and like, man, like like I want to have this, but I don't want to have to like deal with tracking it and all this type of stuff. You know what I mean? So there are certain strategies that you can just put in place that like help ease your mind. You know what I mean? And stay on track with your goals. So.